Yeah, every profession really needs to be a form of ministry. I mean, you should not be doing something where you cannot be a minister where you're at. I think science is often, and engineering is often a calling, whether people realize that or not. You understand you're good at it, you enjoy it, and so that could easily be a calling that you should pursue that. God has given you gifts in that, and that is actually a calling that He's expecting you to use those as such, right? It's funny that sometimes people talk about full-time ministry being people working within the church and not. I mean, everyone is a full-time minister, right? You should not stop. I mean, sure, I sleep. I don't know how I'm ministering in my sleep, but all your efforts should be to glorify God, and it doesn't really matter what you're working on, whether it's science or not. There are ways to glorify God. Now, in medicine, it's pretty easy to see that. You are directly healing the sick. Christ wants us to do that. Scientists and engineers can also directly do that. Are you working? I have friends who are working on medical devices to try and improve people's life. People designing drugs, the good kind of drugs, to try and make people give people healthier lives. So you can directly do that, but you can also, whether you're just an accountant or whatever the kind of thing, not to belittle accountants. We all need numbers, but you can act in that in a humble manner, in one that lifts other people up, that's a servant, that's not prideful. So whatever your profession is, keep those things in mind. Now, I want to tangent briefly in terms of the young people, in terms of as you're heading towards your career. Mm-hmm. You want to have a long-term goal in mind, but you need a balance between ministry now and ministry later. Sometimes I've seen in my career, as I was working towards my PhD and things like that, I would get people caught up too far in one or the other. 100% studying to be the best scientist you are, and then not really making sure that God's a part of your everyday life. But I could see some people make the opposite problem. They'll go out and they spend all their time, giving food to the homeless, working with these people here and there, and their studies suffer. So as a young person, I think they need to be doubly encouraged to keep a long-term focus. My wife is a full professor at Purdue. She's awesome, right? But she had to work hard to get there. She couldn't have spent every waking hour doing the obvious Christian-y kind of things. She had to spend time on her homework, work super hard. I worked not quite as hard, but we had to work hard. And that effort was ministry. It was a forward ministry. I'm making myself better now so that I can serve God better in the future. And that in itself is also ministry because I'm looking for the long term.